Openly doing this is a slap in the face. Keep that shit on the hush hush, and then let them wake up. You've been traded.
Gil, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Always, I got my grandpa look in, man, without being a grandpa.
I saw the beard in the recording.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it's just the castaway look, man. On vacation, man.
That's the way. Trust me, everybody wants to know if you found Wilson. All right, look. So trade deadline is near us, and things are heating up. Trae Young just went on the move, and now the breaking news is that the Grizzlies are first time ever showing interest and entertaining potential offers for two-time All-Star John Morant before the deadline. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Okay, it's mixed feelings here with the Ja Morant thing, and the feelings are your Memphis Grizzlies, right? You need a superstar. You need a mega star, and that's who Ja Morant is. You can see the impact he brung when he was balling. You see the passion, the fire, the flair he plays with when he's on the court. You can't mimic that. You can't buy that. That is created in the lab, and hopefully a city like you gets it. So when you openly shop this player around like he's regular, the idea of moving and leaving is guaranteed from his side. And it's going to hurt you for a long time. And we can go back in history. You've never had this guy before. To match his cell production, you need team winning at a very high level for a lot of years, just to match what he will do on a losing team, bringing people in the building. Will you sell jerseys, individual jerseys, like he did? No. You would never sell individuals. A player on your team will sell more jerseys in a year than he did. That's just out of the way. You're not going to have another Nike shoe contract guy. Today, there's only 6 of them. Well, there's 5, 6 will be Cade getting his signature shoe. Those guys are rare. So you openly dangling him in front of the world, that's an issue there. Does he need to leave? Yes. One, for his brand. He needs to be in a bigger market, right? Usually guys like that who can bring that type of awareness to small cities just have they have the aura. And obviously we know he does, but business-wise, Nike rarely keeps their guys in small markets. Giannis has stayed in one, right? But obviously you see they tried to ship him to New York, and that was almost done. And everybody else, they were on the move. Katie left, Bron left. They ain't been in small markets since, right? When we're talking about tier 1s and tier 2s, right? So OKC, Memphis, they're not even a tier market from the shoe contract. Brooklyn, obviously, A1, California, A1. Phoenix is tier 2, and Houston is tier 2. So, Nike usually move their guys and put them in bigger markets. So I personally thought openly doing this is a slap in the face. They should have did exactly what Dallas did. Keep that on the hush hush, and then let them wake up. You've been traded. That's the only way you do it.
Well, let me say, I mean, you said it was a slap in the face, but I'm pretty sure both sides had to see this coming with how the relationship was kind of panning out this year, don't you think? With, the let's say public disagreements with the coach and stuff like that. We had to see this coming, right?
No. Yeah. I mean, there's always the idea of being traded. There are players that's, for the most part, considered untradeable during a certain time of their career. If you want to use his off-the-court antics a few years ago to say, "Oh, we'll trade him," well, obviously Nike didn't. Nike wasn't dumb enough to drop him. We see what them Ja threes is looking like. So no matter that we are having this bump in the road, the fact that you put it in the atmosphere, you are openly willing to trade me means, hey, I have Ja on the market. Show me what you got. All right, what you guys got out there? Who wants Ja? New York, you want Ja? Clippers, you want Ja? Like, you know what I mean? That's what that play is. Right, it ain't a play for we about to make the playoffs next year. We're about to be a contending team for the Memphis Grizzlies ain't gonna be ever no contending team for no championship. There's just certain teams out there that they're just happy enough to make it to the playoffs. That's their championship. Make it to the playoffs. I get to sell more tickets to my fans if we just make it to the playoffs. So. It is what it is.
There are a couple of teams that are ready to, grab up or send offers for Ja Morant. Most notably, the Bucks, Sacramento Kings. I think the Miami Heat were on that list. Yeah, where do we think Ja Morant may end up landing? What makes sense from a fit perspective? All of that.
Fits. Well, when it comes to fitting in, where the teams you just named. Sending him with Giannis. I mean, don't know what you're gonna have to give up, but those two together at this moment in time is not gonna be it. Sacramento Kings. I mean, Sacramento Kings has a lot of pieces, so I think they can be the most aggressive. But Ja in Sacramento is no difference than being in Memphis. Right? Sacramento is part of California, but it ain't. Right? It's not. No one claims it. That's like having a basketball team in Modesto, California. No one knows where that's at, right? That's Sacramento. Miami is probably, when it comes to his brand, is the only place that makes sense. But I don't think him and the Pat Riley mindset can coexist right now, right? You ran off Jimmy Butler, you ran off Dwayne Wade, you ran off LeBron James, right? You have a system there. That system works. It's a disguise system, but it works. The system is, I get arguably one of the top 5 players in history. They help me win a championship. When they leave, heat culture. That means I get to whip them boys and use the ring that I let the superstar get doing it his way. And then I get to beat everybody else into this Miami Heat culture system, right? When Shaq got there was no Heat culture. It was Shaquille O'Neal, Gary Payton, Antoine Walker, Jane Posey, Dwayne Wade, doing whatever they wanted to do. They was running amok in Miami. Strip club, but the boys was, listen, I don't know what heat culture is, but if heat culture is building a strip club, a barbershop inside the strip club, because that's how long they was in it, that they wanted to get haircuts and a basketball court. Like, instead of going to the gym, we just go shoot jumpers in the strip club. If that is heat culture, God damn it, sign us up. Right? They won a championship. When they left, heat culture. Didn't win nothing. Then LeBron James came. LeBron James did it LeBron James way. When y'all had a bump, he left. Then it became heat culture. The only superstar that kind of won under heat culture, or not even won, he didn't win anything, but he thrived with that mediocre basketball talent that they had, was Jimmy Butler. Right? If you ever look at Miami Heat's players outside of the megastar names, anytime those players went somewhere else, they disappeared. Right? They vanished because it only works over there. So that's the only city that makes sense for someone like Ja and his charisma and his style, his flair. But again, Mickey the owner is loyal to his players. And for the most part, Pat Riley is loyal to his players. He just comes from a old school mentality that just clashes with today's mindset of the youth.
Now I did leave one team name off intentionally. The internet's favorite pairing. Apparently, Minnesota also has some interest. So a possibility to see the two YNs of the league, Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards, pair together. How do we feel about that potential pairing?
There's this old saying. There's this old saying. When you have a shooting guard that can bring the ball up the court, what do I need a point guard for? History is history. A pure point. Someone who needs to get people the ball don't win championships. And the theory is, if you're making everyone better, they're not that good, right? Right? If this is a 2K style, you sit in the corner, I dance up here, and then everybody doubles and triple teams me, and I pass it to you in the corner for you to hit a shot, or I do a pick and roll, you dive. If I have to do that for you, you're not that good. So when you're talking about point guards that led their team, they were the man on their team. There's only been two at that 6'2" size and under that won championships. Isaiah Thomas, Stephen Curry. That's it. Right? And the team was built for them, and that is the problem that we're having. The 6'2" and under guard can win. It has to be built for them. Nobody thought Steph Curry's style will win until the players that they were bringing in meshed with his talent and his skill. So Minnesota already has that guy, and they're trying to figure out what that guy needs to take them over the top. Having a bunch of pieces and all that, no, they need a point guard that can put the ball in the basket, not necessarily a passer, just a guy who can hit shots and D up. Your three-man needs to be able to hit shots and D up. Your four-man, right now, the four-man that they have wants to put that ball in the basket. And that becomes the problem because everybody else, you already got one person who stops the ball. We don't need another one, right? We need a bridge player, a player who can bridge the rest of the team together. And you need a passing four or a passing five. And that's really what they're missing. I would like someone for Ant-Man marketing, Lloyd marketing, one of those type of guys over there. Pick pop four that's just going to put it, just shoot it, get rid of it, right? Pass it. He knows how to pass. He needs a playmaking. He needs a team playmaking forward, if that's even a thing. I don't need stop the ball, let's watch me dance for, man. So that's not a good trade whatsoever. Because I don't even know what Memphis is going to get back.
Well, they said they were prioritizing like draft capital and stuff like that. So picks and youth.
Oh, okay. So they're looking for fantasy. Fantasy, looking for some Bitcoin. Okay, I get it. They're trying to mine them Bitcoin. How we're gonna do this through the draft, right? How old is Ja? This is 5th year. This is your 5th year. You're already moving in a different direction. Your whole team has been young this whole time. They acting like they've been aged out. What is it, 25, 26?
26.
26 years old. Damn. 26 years old, and you're already moving in a different direction. Says more about you than it is him, right? He's immature. That's that age. Immaturity, right? And I think sometimes people don't understand this. And this is like one of those little nuggets, especially for the NBA. I can't talk all sports. The day you get into the NBA, whatever your your maturity level is, that's where it's what is that, time capsule? Is that what it's called? Time capsule? That's where it's that's where it's sealed. If you was a goofball when you came in, you're gonna be a goofball at 28, 29. Because what ends up happening is most of the time you're really young, you're immature. The older guys that has wisdom, you don't actually hang out with them because they're married, they have their own shit, they're not trying to party, they're not trying to do nothing with you. So you got your young boys. So you young boys that can't get in the club together, y'all doing your own wild things that's legal, illegal. We don't know. Flying them in, flying them out, whatever y'all doing to entertain your time. Year after year, you become 25, 26. Well, unfortunately, you've never learned how to be one of the older dudes. So all you do is just keep moving down and gravitating to what you know, and that's the young. So instead of hanging with the 28, 29, because you never had a relationship with them, as a 26-year-old, you're hanging out with the 19, 20, 21 because that's been your style. So unless you get a wife and you get some woman to change your palate, right? If you're taking Patron shots at 19, you're taking Patron shots at 26, right? And you need that older woman that's gonna go in and change you and make you upgrade yourself. It happens.
What Monique say? You need an old fat gal.
No. Listen, she can start off. She can start off fat. Just hit her ass with that Ozempic.
Okay.
Hey, listen. You don't need the body weight of it. You just need the mentality of it. You get it? Yeah. There's benefits from them getting big to go to small. They still got the big girl traits, and sometimes that's good.
They a little shy and a little nervous. They're not all right, let me stop.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm glad you brought up the small guard conversation. With Trae Young now gone out of Atlanta, Ja Morant on the chopping block, and even though he's not a small guard, LaMelo Ball has been lumped into that conversation with those three. It seems as though NBA media, NBA Twitter, and their respective teams are kind of out on that type of guard with that type of play style, and for Trae Young and Ja Morant, that type of stature. It seems like we're out on that lead guard who's primarily offense. Defense is questionable at best, et cetera, et cetera. Are we right on that? Is that the team's fault? What's going on in that regard?
We gonna say
Stop the cap.
right? It's fantasy, man. That's not a real thing, right? A small guard who leads the team in scoring and all that but Hallie, right? Tyrese Hallie went to the championship last year. They didn't play no lick of defense. Had them boys moving. Who he beat was Brunson to get to the championship. So if he would have lost that, it'd have been Brunson there, right? They got beat by Shea, who is a guard that averages 30, right? He plays defense. Yes, he does. But the lead guard is the guard now, right? It's not designed with the big man. It's designed with the lead guard. We can say Murray. We don't know how good Murray defense is, right? No one questions it. We just watch basketball. It's easy to say this player don't play defense. Defense is a team structure thing. There's only a few players in NBA history who the team defense sucked, but individually he was good. Tony Allen, Kobe. Then you have obviously somebody like Mutombo, right? You got a Wemby. When it don't matter what kind of team Wemby has, he's going to be a great defensive player. So the idea of someone like Trae Young, who's all offense because he's small, he can't play defense. Then who does play defense on the team? Put him on Trae Young's guy. Send Trae Young to someone else, like everybody else does. Huh? Like what are we talking about? When Steph was in his heyday and people was trying to target him, you couldn't catch it because the team defense was unreal. You couldn't take advantage of it. Tony Parker, Ginobili. Do you think they played great defense? You wouldn't know because the team defense was very good. That's how that works, right? When you have someone who doesn't give all their effort to the defensive side, you're okay with it because what they bring to the offensive side, right? There's no, listen, I think everyone is so not even used to it because it's only really two players that kind of like are the staple centers of what two-way players is. A real two-way player is someone whose offense and defense is damn near on the same level, right? So when you're talking about Michael Jordan averaging 30 and he's first team all defense, he's elite. His defense is tier 1. His offense is tier 1, right? That's what two-way players are. Two-way players is not someone who is a lockdown defender that can put 17 to 21 in. He's a lockdown defender, a lockdown that can give you some buckets. But he is not like right now, Kawhi Leonard, what he's doing, top tier. Ant-Man, he's getting to that when he makes the All-NBA. He's a two-way player, but his defense ain't tier yet. Jaylen Brown is getting in that. He just needs to win the award, right? Scottie Pippen wouldn't be in the same category as a two-way player because his offensive production is not top tier 1. It's not tier 1, right? You're going to put him in tier 3. That doesn't say that doesn't put me that doesn't. I can't classify that as two ways, right? Two ways means you are tier 1 in both categories. And that means you're top 5 in leading the league in scoring, and you're top 5 in defense. That's two-way. Kobe, Jordan, that's those guys. So stop trying to pretend that every superstar needs to be that. If Trae Young is giving me a double-double, 24, 25, 10, 25, 26, 11. If I told him to focus hard on defense and put that energy into defense, and he starts averaging 17 and 8, I did the team a disjustice because there's nobody else on the team that's going to make up the production that he's putting in. That's why it's called a team, right? Like a guy like Marcus Smart, he is there to what? You do the defense that my point guard or my star player don't do. And that's how it works in a team system, right? You're going to have a defensive liability. And people who don't understand this, and you're going to have an offensive liability. So when you're sitting there looking at Trae Young, LaMelo Ball, and y'all say, well, they don't play both sides of the court. When you look at the other teams they're playing, there's someone else on the other side who don't play both sides of the court. There's someone that is sitting in a corner and you can tie your shoes and get rest because they can't piss in the ocean. And that happens. That's why I don't like defensive only guys. They are useless to me because your job is to do what? Stop the best player on the other end. Now, when that best player on the other end is on defense, what is he doing? Oh, resting. Oh shit, he gets to play one-sided because you are a non-threat. You are only in the game to stop him. So if he averages 30 and you did a great job and you held him to 19 points, an amazing deep, but you put in 4, you didn't do shit. Because somebody else has to outbeat their guy and beat their guy and make up the production that your point guard outdid you. So to beat a lion, you need a lion. You average 30, I'm going to send you someone that does the same thing. Fight it out. That's how you do it. So
you think it's more of like a team construction issue as opposed to like on the player for the quote unquote lack of defense that they give?
Lack of defense is effort, it's concepts, it's structure, right? What is the concepts of day to day, right? As the point guard, what is my actual job? Is my job to lock my guy down, make him shoot jumpers, push him over the roll, make him drive to our defense. So like if I'm saying, okay, Spurs, you have Wemby on the court. All right, Wemby, we're going to funnel everything to you. Keep everything out of the middle. Make sure we're not giving up no threes. Push everything baseline. Wemby, we're sending everybody to you. Stay grounded for the most part. Rarely jump. Use your arm length, right? And everybody, if he goes for the block, you back on his big man, right? To make sure his big man don't get the offensive rebound. Those are the type of things you do. It's more of a team concept and having those personnels, right? And that's just the way it is. You would hope everybody can at least keep their man in front of them 1, 2, 3 dribbles, right? But again, there's the offensive output that a Ja Morant, a LaMelo, a Trae Young puts into the game. He's heavy lifting. There's no one on the defensive side that is heavy lifting the team defensively like he is offensively. Like a Wemby. Wemby defensively changes the dynamic of the team. So there's nobody on the Charlotte. First of all, it's Charlotte. But it's Charlotte. Do we care? Let's just be out. Do we care what they're doing? If you want to give away LaMelo, because that's the only reason people are going there. LaMelo Ball, right? If you didn't have LaMelo Ball when Jordan left, the team should have left. When he sold his team, the NBA should have forced you to move their ass somewhere else or got rid of them. Unfortunately. So the only reason that we pay attention to Charlotte is because of LaMelo Ball. The only reason we pay attention to Hawks is Ice Trae. Now, if you don't like Ice Trae, that's a personal problem, but you can't pretend, do not pretend that Atlanta Hawks organization has put talent around him. The best player that he ever played with was D Murray. D Murray is the best player. Another little guard is the best player that he's ever played with. 2 little guards out there putting boot to ass, and that was it. You never tried to build anything. You know why? Because them 2 guards got y'all to the playoffs, and that's all that matters to about 25 teams. Make it to the playoffs. That's our championship. Because some of you guys can't afford a championship, meaning you can't pay a lot of players to come there to win a championship, and you damn sure ain't smart enough to find those players in the draft. You're not smart enough to find a Jokic. You're not smart enough to realize what Draymond Green was sitting on that bench in the second unit and then putting him in on the first unit over David Lee and see what he brung you. You have to be a basketball mind to understand what that looks like. Some of you guys are just getting names. I want to put these names together because these names sell tickets. These tickets put people in the seats, and that's all that matters. So when people say the little guard The scoring guard has no value. I'm going to ask you, name me a team that is balling, that don't have a guard that's leading them. Oh, we can go. Let me see. Let me see. We're going to see the best players on every team. Thunder. Okay, we know who that is. Okay, let's actually see how many teams is ran by Detroit. Yep. New York. Yep. Okay. Boston, you make it. Toronto. Okay, you got it. Philly. Yep. Miami. We don't even know what y'all got over there. Cleveland. Yep. Orlando. You got your bigs. Atlanta, you had that. Chicago, well, he's not small, but he is the point guard where you're talking about Giddey, right? Milwaukee, nope. Charlotte, yep. Brooklyn, I'm going to just be honest with you, Brooklyn. Ever since Michael Porter Jr.'s gotten there, that's the only reason I know that you guys still exist. So I don't know who the hell is balling for y'all. Washington, our guards is the future. Indiana, guard. San Antonio, if Wemby wasn't there, it'd have been a guard, but we got you, Wemby. Minnesota, Ant-Man. Lakers, guard. Houston, well, you got your 3 and your 4. Phoenix, you got your whatever Devin Booker is, but we're going to call him a shooting guard. Golden State, guard. Portland, what is Danny? 2, like a 2-3? Yeah. 0.123. Memphis, guard. Dallas, well, I give it the flag since Kyrie's out. Lakers, guard. Utah, big man. New Orleans, 4-5. Sacramento, 2-3-4. So damn near 70% of the league is ran by a guard. Heavy guard play scoring. So I call it cap. Now, I think the issue is this. Everybody's asking, why didn't people get anything for Trae Young? Why didn't they get draft picks? Maybe because they just dumb. You ever thought about that? like, don't put this on Trae Young thinking he don't got no value. He is a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA player, 27 years old. He has value at a high level. He's damn near led the league in assists every year. It's kind of funny how you put a narrative and said his teammates don't like him. For his teammates to come out and say he was the best teammate. See, you throw the dirt on him. You throw the dirt on his name behind the scenes to justify when you trade him. And the problem with that is it costs you draft picks, you dummies. See, you go around spreading the little rumor, and it comes from the Hawks themselves. You go around saying we're better without him with a fucking 15-13 record. Oh my God, you are 2 games above 500, and you're better without your best player. Okay, if somebody was dumb enough to believe it, okay. Then you say teammates don't like playing with him. I thought he averaged, when you said that, 38 and 2 assists. The fact that he is an assist guy, he's a quiet guy, I didn't believe it. And then when the team players, other players came out and said, no, hell no, he was a great teammate. I've met him personally. Great dude. Quiet dude. Right? You meet assholes. You can say, oh yeah, nobody fuck with you. That never, not a vibe. And I see him every summer running the beach, have my kids running with him. They was messing up his workout. He just said, just join me. So I didn't believe that. The problem with that is teams decide they want to put dirt on players' names, and they think it justifies them trading him, but that doesn't. They don't understand it hurts you on what you're going to get back. And what I mean by that is this. When you say he's not a great teammate, he's a bad locker room guy, and you put that out publicly, and you're asking for a king ransom, I don't pay the king ransom because I realize you have to get rid of him now. You do not want him around now. So because you don't want him around, I don't need to give. I had this big bag I was about to give you, and then I started hearing all the rumors. Okay, let me take some of this shit out. I don't need. You got to get rid of him now. Hey, this is what I got. I have CJ and this. Do you like it or not? And that was the problem. That they went too far with it, just like Miami and Jimmy Butler, to the point where they didn't need to give anything for Jimmy. They could have kept their whole roster. Miami hands was tied. Jimmy said he do not want to be there. So the fact that the asset says he doesn't want to be there, meaning you have no leverage to negotiate with me. So you're going to take what I give you. So now you just sitting there, that's not good enough, that's not good enough, that's not good enough. And then it starts winding down until you're forced to take something because you know that guy doesn't want to be there. So it's more on the organization not understanding what the concept of what a lemon is. A lemon is this. But you know what? We're going to take it from Carr. We're going to say, I'm selling you. I'm not selling you nothing. Instagram girl, that page just started in 2025, right? Right, that means she done got the BBL, right? She done sucked all the fat out of her stomach. She done did all that, and she's presenting herself in a new city, in a new stage, as someone different. You don't know her past. When you find out your past, you're already in love. That's the same thing you do with these players. Sell the dream. Whatever is wrong with them, you keep that shit to yourselves. So the buyers are thinking they are getting a steal. If you tell me the alternator is bad, I'm not gonna pay the Ferrari prices if the alternator is bad. I'm gonna, hey, that's a limit now. I'm gonna give you lemon prices, period. And that's what happened over there. A bunch of big dummies. There's a reason that the city is not known for Atlanta Hawks and it's known for lemon pepper, wings, and ass shaking. That's all the city's known for. The biggest basketball player news that, and this is, you can fact check this. This is just going off the cusp. In the last 10 years, when it comes to a basketball player in the city of Atlanta, the biggest headline we have ever seen in the last 8-9 years was Lou Williams being in the strip club instead of the bubble. That's it. That is all that has came out of Atlanta on the basketball side that made breaking news. Lou Williams is in the strip club eating lemon pepper wings. It was so big that if you go to Atlanta right now and you want Lou lemon pepper wings, they are on the menu. So Atlanta, good job. Y'all did what you usually do, a bunch of nothing. See you in 2029, 2037, I don't know. I don't know, right? But we know your ass gonna be in the lottery. You know what? This is how bad Atlanta is, y'all. So instead of blaming Ice Tree, you might want to look internal. Do you know Atlanta has the #1 draft pick from last year, but nobody ever talked about him? What? Atlanta, remember y'all, they drafted the #1 pick last year. We don't know if he's starting. He's part of the main rotation. If he's a number 2, 3, 4 option guy, we don't know. That's how bad that is, that they don't even push their number one draft pick. That's all I can say right there. We don't even know if he's a buzz. Like he's like, there's like, if you're doing bad, there's bust. We don't even know if he's in that category or he's balling. We don't know. And I'm sure he plays. Like when you go to the city, is he on the billboard? What's going on over there?
As somebody in the city, he's definitely not on billboards. He's not on anything.
Oh, you're in Atlanta?
I'm in Atlanta.
My God, and you don't see him on a billboard. Oh man, put Quavo up there. Go ahead and give Quavo a shout out there to play. Yeah, okay. 2 Chainz, everybody come on out. You want to put people in the seats in Atlanta. Atlanta ain't been rocking in the sports and that sports side since Michael Vick, man. That was the last time. Julio Jones did some things. Why y'all don't like, can I ask you a question, brother?
Go ahead.
And you one of them YNs, right? You're just smiling for no reason, right? You're just smiling for no reason. How come this city don't like embrace basketball, but the city produces a lot of basketball players?
I mean, I think it's football first over anything, but I want to tell you how bad it is. So when the draft lottery happens, the teams or whatever, they'll put on a draft lottery party to see how the ping pong balls bounce and who you pick as a team. So Atlanta Hawks invited everybody to State Farm Arena, and we filled in the arena. The headline was a Young Jeezy concert, and then after that was the actual draft. And I tell you, Gil, you saw all the women in their leather, all the dope boys smoking weed with their chains, and they was on time for the Jeezy concert.
Mm-hmm.
Jeezy ends, 3/4 of the arena leaves. And then they also announced, we got Zachary Ricochet. Nobody cheered, nobody booed, nobody said nothing. Nobody cheered, nobody booed, nobody said nothing. It's hard to embrace basketball when, the teams are unserious. I ain't gonna lie.
Dang, that's crazy. Dang, they had to use Jeezy to get the building filled.
Oh yeah. I tell you, it was rocking in there. And then they left.
And then it was Zach Shashia. And it was like, hey man, what after party at, man?
Yeah.
Man,
They pumped in the crowd noise on any footage that
they was pumping it. Oh yeah.
Look, they said Zachary Ricochet. It was quiet for a minute. Then they did the little confetti, they boom, but they pumped in that noise. Harry came out, jumped up and down. Didn't nobody care about that. They just
wow, that's crazy. Oh, that sucks.
Okay. The next one, there is a clip about LeBron James saying that Luka Doncic is essentially the face of the franchise from the game the other night. Have you seen it?
Nah.
You want to react to it?
Sure. I mean, we knew that.
All right, let me play it real quick.
After the trade for Luka, there was a moment narrative-wise, and I know you heard it because you mentioned it, about how you might not be able to fit together, and you fit around all kinds of different players throughout your career. How important is it for this team? You just talked about it, but for Luka to bend his game around you, for Austin to bend his game, and for you guys to all kind of figure out.
Luka don't need to bend his game. Luka is 20. How old is Luka? 27. 20. He's our 27-year-old franchise for this ball club. He don't need to bend his game. It's up to us to bend our game around him and figure it out. So, we just try to be dynamic, work off of him. We know he's an unbelievable pick-and-roll player, unbelievable shot maker, commands the defense. He had 4 eyes, sometimes 6 eyes on him. So it's up to us to put ourselves in the right position. So it's not a problem for me. It's not an issue for me to be able to do things that I don't know. I just don't think people watch basketball.
Yeah. Over these last 2
So the mantle, those that didn't think it was passed, has officially been passed. court has officially been handed down.
Okay. This is not, it's news because it's publicly being said by him, but we knew that last year when Luka came and Luka did what Luka did, right? I think the only people that knows LeBron is 41 seems to be LeBron, right? I think the name itself generates so many different mixed emotions, and it seems to stem from so much hatred that he gets because he's so close to Jordan. And if you have him in front of Jordan, if you have him behind Jordan, who gives a fuck? Because there's been 58, 59, 100 players in the NBA. And if the conversation of these 2 or 3 players, that is in itself. Right? So the fact that whatever side you're on, you're pretending the other one is so far down the list, not reeling. The conversation is between 2 people. That means the other 5,000 that you're trying to use don't even exist in this conversation. So stop trying to minimize how great these 2 players are. And what's happening is the man is 41 years old. The fact that he's walking still, let alone averaging 25, is crazy. So for him to publicly have to say it's his team is crazy. We know it's his team. We can see it's Luka's team. The 41A says it's Luka's team. He can't compete every single day at that high motor because of his age. He can't go out there and get double teamed and triple teamed like he used to and run through the offense or run through the defense like he was 20, like he was 35, right? We seen what happened in Toronto when a bunch of them YNs was like, no, we got pops. Send them our way. And you got 2 6'9", 6'10" wings that are locked down defenders, and they kept them under 10. Because he is not young anymore, and he's gonna run through them. He's his age. And he's acting his age. And his age is saying, it's his team. He don't need to bend for us. We have to bend for him. And the fact that LeBron is saying it, I'm gonna sit in this corner wherever. And when he needs me, he needs me. When he needs a relief, I come in. Not the other way around. It's not me doing everything and then I call on you and you take on. It's reverse now. And the fact that he understands that should be clapped upon. Because I can tell you this, if you on the other side and you are a Michael Jordan fan, I can tell you right now, you can go to the archives. The reason the Wizards didn't get to the playoffs is because Michael Jordan still thought he was 98 Michael Jordan when he brung in Stackhouse to be the lead dog. But he didn't want to let go of being the lead dog, and they clashed. If Stackhouse, the younger player, would have been the lead dog, taking on the double teams, making sure, and then MJ was taking that back seat, they would have moved further. But they was fighting on who was the man, and Stackhouse at the time did not believe or did not think that he was an option 2 to a 40-year-old. Right? And you know, the Lakers still need some more pieces. Their regular season good. They're not disciplined enough to win at a high level, win no championship. And I'm a Laker fan, and 2026 is our championship. And I've said it since last year, but I know we're not going to win it, but I'm going to say 2027 during the middle of 2026. I'm delusional, but I do understand this ain't it.
I do think it's interesting though, because like I feel like LeBron has been trying to pass the torch for a minute now. At least sometime in that AD tenure, he was also trying to at least loosen up that grip just a little bit.
You can't. Okay, now there's no such thing, man, as passing the torch. If I'm passing the torch, that means I'm too old, not good enough, washed out, and I'm giving it to you. That means too damn late. If you're not taking the torch from me, you're never getting my respect if I have to give it to you. Hey, here, like I don't want it anymore, and I think you're equipped to do it, like, no, who does that? Nobody does that. Did Ant-Man do that when he got to Minnesota with Cat? No, he didn't. Give me that. I got that. I'm gonna come up off that. Right? That's what he did. Right? When KD went to Golden State, no matter what they pretend to say, Finals MVP. Steph didn't say, hey, you take on, no, hey, you do you, I'm gonna do me, we're gonna win together. That's it. Right? Kobe and Shaq. Hey, big fella, watch out, move around. Hey, I used to be Robin. I'm Batman. And he said, I'm Superman. Well, I don't want to be Batman. God damn it, you're not going to be stronger than me. Get your ass up on out of here. This ain't no Superman, Batman, god damn it. You're not going to keep pushing yourself higher than me. No. If you Superman, well, god damn it, I'm the black Superman and I got, what's that green shit?
Kryptonite.
I got kryptonite. How about that? How about that, big fella? I'm him, and that's just the way it is. When Luka came last year, from day one, Luka demanded the ball. Luka shot the shots. Luka did Luka from the beginning. And that's the only way you get a player's respect, especially at that caliber. And, it's one of those things, man. He said publicly he wanted this to be AD's team, and I publicly said it. You can't give it. You can't give it. You can't hand the power over to someone who's just not equipped to drive. Right? You want to give the keys to a guy who ain't got his license. He don't have his license, man. His license was left in New Orleans. He never got a California license. His ID still said New Orleans. Right? You know Cali. When you get to Cali, you got to drop that license, get a Cali license. And so he couldn't get the keys. As soon as Luka landed, he went straight to the DMV, got him a license. And he's been driving the car ever since. With no seatbelt. See, when you play no defense, with no seatbelts, just being cool.